Hey everybody, we're back live with, well, not back with Hearthstone. With Hearthstone for the very first time.
Yay!
Yay!
You can tell I'm way more excited about this than Des is.
What? I'm super excited. Look at this banner I made to show
You
my
did make an
excitement.
amazing banner. That banner is the back screen, but it's expanded. So yeah, this is back from the old Goblins versus Gnomes days. Hearthstone is now a fairly mature collectible card game, so it's got a lot of different expansions. And I can talk about, back in the day for an expansion that is not even going to be seen anymore. There's absolutely no Goblins and Gnomes cards that are going to be played with in anything that we're going to be doing, most likely.
I mostly just picked it because there weren't a lot of desktop themes for Hearthstone that were capable of covering my actual desktop. Because it's a
You
strained...
crazy big desktop users.
Yes, because it's a strained aspect ratio. So that's why it's all stretchy. Now, Hearthstone is not stretchy. I have made Hearthstone maximum resolution. It's still, we're going to have, a downgrade.
Side panels.
Yeah.
That's all we can do. I mean, it is a game that is supposed to be able to be played on mobile devices, so they want it to be something that's going to work. You don't need a high-end PC to make Hearthstone work, which is one of the reasons why I can still play it, right?
Right. While you can play it at all, yeah. Well, and you can play it, any game you can play while you're on the toilet has got to have certain quality limitations, so.
I don't know how much time you spend on the toilet, but if my games probably take longer than most toilet visits. I tend to play control.
Well, I mean, we're getting into really personal territory here, but having never played Hearthstone, I wouldn't be able to say yet whether or not I could do an entire match on the toilet or not. So, with that being said, I'm going to click to start. Now, well, before I click to start, I'm going to say take down the privacy screen.
Right, take down the privacy screen so we can see it. It's loaded up.
But also, not only have I never played Hearthstone ever, I've never played any collectible card games ever, whether in real life like Magic or online like, say, Gwent, or Hearthstone,
right,
or whatever. So what you're getting today is someone who knows nothing about collectible card games, nothing about Hearthstone, and also I know nothing about World of Warcraft. I've never played that either, so nothing about the world, so I know literally nothing. So
this should be a lot of fun. We're going to start off with the tutorial, which is the new player tutorial anyway. It's a mandatory thing anytime you create a new account, but it's going to give you a good overview of the game, and then we can start talking strategy as we go forward. Obviously, I'll give you some pointers.
Coolio. I pressed click to start, so okay, I was worried for a minute. I was like, oh god. I didn't test if it actually started when I pressed click to start. Ooh, free cards.
Right. You do start off with some free cards, and you get a bunch more during the intro. So...
It's nice to see respectful female artwork.
Is that sarcasm?
What do you think?
I think that's probably sarcasm.
Okay.
It didn't have the sarcasm tone. I was like, is she being serious? Gina?
It was like double irony. Play minions and use them to attack Hogger. Deal enough damage and you win.
So I saw some artwork for Valera. She's another one of the heroes the other day, and I looked at it as like, Valera doesn't look anything like that. You absolute pigs. And then I stopped and looked at the artwork that was actually there, and it was, it had been modified and made worse, but it was basically the same thing. It was like, oh my god.
Oh, I see how. Okay.
Job's done.
Your move, no.
And then I have to press end turn. Oh gosh. Ow.
At least he didn't play a card this turn.
I draw. If I run out of health, I lose. Well. Okay.
That's pretty straightforward. Yep.
Cool.
I mean, it's showing you the basics. The basics.
Just what I needed.
I'm gonna play the Oh, I wish I could just click on these cards instead of dragging them over, but whatever, it's cool.
If you click on them, it's not going to tell you who you want to attack.
I mean, there's just the one guy.
No, already 2 choices.
Oh, I can like
You
hop
attack the
over
minion?
that guy.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the tutorial is really wants me to crush this knoll, so I'm gonna crush the knoll. Cool.
2 cards. Ugh, he must have been saving one.
What a jerk.
Good thing they're weak.
Oh, I got a
Try
river
attacking Gnome
crocolisk.
or Hogger himself.
Now you have the choice.
Of what? Putting this card on the board or playing this
Well,
raptor?
You attack with a raptor, but you get the first choice. Do you attack the minion or do you attack its face? And you can do things in any order in the game. In Magic, for example, you can only do certain things in certain orders. This game, you can play a card, attack, play another card, attack again. If you have enough cards to attack. In Hearthstone, in Magic, you couldn't do that. You have to do things in a set order.
Already attacked. Give that minion a turn to get ready.
Nothing happens if I click her boobs. I guess that's a pro column.
5 attacks.
If you left click on her boobs, you can emote.
I can kill this massive
Of
gnoll,
course.
or go for his master.
Yeah, I'm just not gonna attack minions anymore.
Job's done.
I'm coming for you.
But
next,
job's
Hogger.
I was actually all the way back to
When your turn starts, you gain a new crystal and fill empty ones.
A spell card.
What do these
Can
do?
only be used once, so I better make it
So the mana is how much you can spend in a turn. Each
Oh.
card costs a certain amount of mana, so that fireball you just drew costs 4. And if you spend 4, you don't get to use that again this turn. You can use it next turn.
Got it. Well, I won.
Well, I mean, that was the first tutorial in that game.
Go me.
Better.
Hey, you can fail tutorials. It's a thing that can happen.
You can. You
Yeah.
can actually fail some of these tutorials.
All right.
back to the stockades with you, Hogger.
All right. I guess I'll attack this guy.
House Manastorm.
Jaina versus House Manastorm.
Is there some reason why these people are Scottish?
The bartender, who is, the innkeeper, is, accented there.
The mighty House Manastorm.
I go first. Oh, I'm so excited.
Let it go first.
Okay.
So now you can actually make choices.
Job's done.
What kind
Yeah.
of minion I need more mana before I can play that.
Murloc?
I'm just gonna at least put a little bad guy on the board, so maybe there's something distracting.
Wait until I get some
While I then take 5 naps.
My mana has been restored.
Yay! Your used mana crystals refill each turn, and you gain a new mana each turn. Okay. Gotcha. Alright, that's fine then.
Stop attacking me! I'm trying to win this game!
Cool.
Stop attacking me.
Stop attacking me.
Job's done.
Hey, I feel you, man. I feel you.
Another mana! Here it comes!
No! Not an arcane explosion.
Winning! Duh!
That was much funnier when Charlie Sheen was the thing.
Alright. I guess you can attack this guy.
the mustache.
Watch the mustache.
You're gonna love this.
I doubt I'm gonna love it. I don't know. Unless this guy thinks I'm into something, you know, really specific. Could be, I guess. Could be.
Hit it very hard.
Yes, hit it very hard. Good job, you.
Just you wait until I have 10 mana.
I can't wait until you have 10 mana. I'm so excited by that.
If you wait until he has 10 mana, you're probably gonna die.
I mean, I'd have to suck pretty bad, though.
Hurry! I can't wait to play this card. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Alright.
I need to wait a turn for my
Def-
mana to recharge.
Have a raptor then. Yep.
Hit it very hard.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
So impatient.
Nina,
Okay,
I
so
hope you like Doom.
ouch. I'm dying so fast. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do?
That produces the latest technology.
So my very first experience with Hearthstone was watching Day 9 play this tutorial,
Uh-huh.
and he was doing so badly that I was screaming at my computer as I watched him do it, and getting so frustrated because he was doing it wrong. And, you know, he's a fine Hearthstone player, but he's not one of the best in the streaming area, especially at Hearthstone. It's just, he plays for fun, which is a great way to play this game. But I'm looking at saying, stop making all these mistakes.
From my lawyers.
I got into beta about 2 weeks after that myself. I was able to play the tutorial. I was like, finally, I can do the tutorial properly.
So wait, you got the tutorial. You got garbled for a second there, so I missed it.
Well, I was able to beat the tutorial down properly, so that, you know, make up for all Day 9's mistakes.
Ah. When minions fight each other, they both take damage. Okay.
Oh, Jaina.
That does, in fact, make some sense.
Lorewalker Cho.
How's it going, Lorewalker Cho?
I will not hold back.
I mean,
Good, good.
I might. Just for fun, though.
Job's done.
Give that minion a turn to get ready.
Oh, right. I forgot they have to take a nap first.
Yep.
I am not
First turn,
one
summoning sickness.
with swords or bows, but I do have many friends.
Is that what you call it, or is that a real thing?
I don't know if it's actually what it's called in Hearthstone anymore, but it's what it's called in Magic. It's a long-standing thing.
Job's done.
Alright.
Even a single point of damage can mean the difference between victory and defeat.
I mean, yes, obviously. Some of this advice is not...
It was very good advice, especially if you understand you just made a mistake last turn.
Yeah. Okay.
Handle it! Job's done.
Okay, so, while we're doing this,
Yeah.
what games have you been playing this week?
I've actually been playing a fair number of games. I've been super busy gaming, which is awesome. My
Job's done.
biggest I've seen so far has been Van Helsing 2,
That minion
Uh,
will be attacked.
which we talked about last week, because Van Helsing 3 is now free with games for Xbox Live Gold members. And so I wanted to play really digging into Van Helsing. And so I've completed the storyline for the first time with Van Helsing 2. I still have to play it a bunch more times because you have to get 3 different character classes up to level 60 and finish the storyline at about 30.
Right.
Give that minion a turn to get ready.
Oh, right. Man, it's a good thing everyone has a total, like, nap room on this battlefield.
You cannot reach me.
For now, after I destroy your troops, I'm coming for you.
You are quite powerful. I have made some new friends who can heal as well as fight. Someone called.
I see.
So let's see what else I'm playing. The storyline until 2015. So that's, I'm still generation playing most of the time.
You're, breaking up and I can't understand you, unfortunately, so...
Oh, fantastic. Let's see if I can
think
fix that.
it's one of those days, maybe.
You are naive, Lordwalker.
Is that better?
That is better.
Alright, let's see if this lasts. So I was saying that another game that I had been playing, this morning I was playing some Madden 2015. Fine, but, that's how I roll.
I need to wait a turn for my mana to recharge.
You are very strong, Jaina.
So you played Madden 2015 and Van Helsing 2.
I played some Neverwinter. I've been playing a lot of PC games.
Which
too.
Neverwinter?
The MMO version of MMO.
They'll never know what.
So this is the one that I was playing over probably 2.5 years ago when we were visiting. And I had I had to finish off this one quest I was working on, so you got to see like half an hour of it, and it was pretty boring. So I'm playing through that content again, actually. It makes sense, I promise.
This one's mine.
I'm just gonna say that.
Are you gonna say that's not what you would have done?
I will say, even more definitively than that, not what I would have done true, but beyond that, it was a mistake.
My respects,
It's fine. I'm still gonna win.
Yeah.
I mean, my goal is not to, like, be some kind of Hearthstone savant. Which may be sad for you, but... Yay, I won!
You are a true master.
This is one of those things where, like... You know, there's no triple stars, as far as I can tell, so... If you could triple star the tutorial, I might try harder, but since it seems to be a plus or minus, I'm kind of like, well, I mean, it's pass-fail, right? So...
Yes. At this point, it's pass-fail.
Alright, King Knuckla. I mean, there's stuff that I'm only marginally absorbing through the tutorial, like how battle cries work.
versus King Mukla.
So, again, there's just don't understand a card, mouse over it. Okay, that's actually probably really good advice.
I have so many windows open.
It's King Mukla. Get him while he's alone.
Job's done.
He starts with 26 health. That's an odd number. I mean, it's an even number, but it's a strange number.
Why are these monkeys throwing bananas at me?
Give a friendly minion. That seems suspicious.
So the boar you see is outlined in green because he's not asleep. Your boar can attack the turn he comes into play.
Alright. Cool, cool.
I'm not gonna scream at you like day 9.
What?
I'm not gonna scream at you like I screamed at day 9.
Monkeys.
What, do you want me to kill all the minions first?
No.
Oh.
No.
Is
Not
that all
always.
you've got, Mukla?
Okay,
Just
well.
barrels?
Job's done.
So okay, so you played Madden and Van Helsing, is that it? Or did I miss something?
Also, everyone sure that much PC games. Obviously Hearthstone. But that's probably true all the time. Played some Xpovos Adventures, Jewel,
Job's done.
but all of this. Also, for the past 2 weeks playing Heyday. I don't know if you know Heyday at all. Heyday is a PC, it's a phone game. So.
Kill that ape so I can finish off Mukla.
Mm.
Job's done.
Oh, I died.
No, you're fine.
No, that was my favorite card, man. No, I'm just kidding. I don't give a shit about any of these cards. Sorry.
That's make you that's on the Hearthstone player.
What?
People don't care about their cards too much. They don't, succeed because they're taking care of their cards.
Oops. Oh well. It's too late now. Oh, please don't hurt me. I don't want to get hurted.
Tadingo! Yes.
I hope you like my invention.
Ready for action!
You're not ready for action. You're taking a nap.
Yeah, he's not one of your charge units. It'd be much more effective if he had charge.
Yeah.
Do you hear something?
Ugh, that sucks.
What the? He's too strong. Finish off Mukla instead.
Ah.
Job's done.
I'm surprised you're still alive, man. Oh, you're dead now. Makes sense. So, with only some of them, you can't attack them while they have
To
minions on
taunt
the
that giant
board.
gorilla.
Correct. The minions that you have to attack the minion first have that shield around him, just like you had just said with your guy. The Ascension Shield Master has taunt. So Mukla's big brother will attack your minion with taunt because it has to.
Cool. Well, I guess I'm done.
So taunt is very useful for protecting your face from those big attacking monsters. But it's also
Defenseless.
even more useful for attacking your higher attack minions. You can see that you have a 3 attack minion that you're protecting by putting a taunt. Taunt, you're just die. But you can play 3 damage to every turn.
Oh god. I'm gonna get killed by this barrel guy. Oh, thank god. Yay!
It's every mage's favorite spell. Fireball.
I won!
Alright, I think we're ready to add some complexity.
You think we're ready to what?
Add some complexity.
I don't think that's the
Oh,
last.
is the
we'll see
game
from
gonna add complexity or?
Yes.
Ah. Great, just what I needed. Complexity.
It was too easy so far.
When I was already only devoting 18% of my brain to this.
The one, the only, Hermit Nestingwary.
So I have a huge list of games.
Kill his minions or he'll overwhelm me.
Well, are you a pretty lass?
Watch your tongue.
Eh? Nobody talks to old Hemet like that. Ha! I go first.
But I get an extra card.
Oh, good. Because you'll need it.
Oh man, the Scottish. What do I? Oh, I have to click on them. Okay, cool. Scottish bartender is
this
yelling at
reminds me
me.
of the time I was stalking
No, this is not the
big
bartender.
tiger.
This is a different guy. It just happens to have the same accent.
Ah. Okay.
So as you play it, you have a choice. You can attack the minion or his face. They both jump out.
Trophy of it.
And most of the time, in a situation like this, it's equal value.
Well, the game told me to attack his
Yes, in
minions.
this case, because
You
the game
probably
told you to.
used to fight
Probably
against
for reason.
minions. Hemet fights his own battles.
Ow.
I have some tricks of my own, dwarf.
Oh, apparently I have a trick of my own.
This is your hero power.
Oh, I have a hero power.
Yes. This is one of the things that really differentiates Hearthstone from other collectible card games. Because most collectible card games, you're all playing essentially the same thing. You can use whatever cards you happen to have. In this one, the classes are limited to specific cards, and each hero class has a unique hero power. And the mages is 2 mana, deal 1 damage to any target, which is very, very useful for a lot of situations.
Alright, mana.
Tell me, have you read me book, The Green Hills of Stranglethorn? Handle it.
Your book does not sound great. I'm not gonna lie.
Tadingo. Yeah, done. Maybe I should go back to writing. What you want?
Yay! That's not gonna do anything.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, so you use the cards that are helpful. And spend all your mana each turn. The hero power is one of those things where unless it's really helpful, you just use it with your access mana after you cast everything else. But there's times when it's very pointless, especially as a mage. You're gonna have a lot of minions that you're gonna hero power down.
Huge bug creature.
I need to find a way to neutralize that thing.
Not a huge bog creature.
That's no fair.
I mean, it's probably fair.
It's fair, but it's a very powerful ability.
You're a sheep now. You're like, I want to die. Terrible Hearthstone playing. Ow.
Just give me that chisel. To let you know you made a bigger than normal mistake.
Well, the good news for you is that I went out of my way to avoid learning anything useful about Hearthstone. So it was like, oh, here's an article about Hearthstone. I'm not going to read it in case there's actually like some advice in it or
Bringing me a wee
something.
snack.
Oh no.
Mess with Tusk.
I'm going to die now.
No, you're fine. This is where you catch
It's
up.
all over. I'm going to die.
No, you don't need to do that.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Hey, stop helping. I'm gonna just do things that you tell me
Yep.
not to. Out of
Okay.
Out of
spite?
perversity. Yeah, out of spite. I'm just gonna be like, oh, you don't want me to do that? Okay. Alright. It's happening then. It's definitely happening.
Play your own game.
Well, and I think that's one of those things where it's kind of like, you know, you have some choices with Hearthstone, or with any video game, honestly, of, do you want to just, like, do what's fun, and have what you perceive to be a good time for you, or do you want
want to be the best?
to be the best? Yeah. And
And that's the thing. For some people, being the best is what's fun.
Exactly.
But for a lot of cases, that's, absolutely not what we would have the most fun doing. You and I are definitely in agreement that we would have more fun most of the time playing the game in a way that is unique to us and enjoying that rather than trying to just be the absolute best. It's why I don't do speed runs. It's why I don't tend to do things too competitively, even when I'm playing competitive. When I
Right.
play Madden, I do it for like me. I do it with my friends. Putting random strangers online off. Great. Perhaps the people out there who get a high off of being better than other folks, they want to play online and get to be the best they can be. But they can be very frustrated if they aren't the best.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously, you do you. But for the most part, if you can, just try and have fun.
Winning games.
Yeah, they're called. I mean, they're games, right? Although the Olympics are a game, so whatever. But
And I mean, is Dear Esther a game? Are you gonna have fun with the walking simulator?
yeah, it's
So there's some
The end of your safari,
Stop.
Messing wary.
okay. Oh, a storm rage. Oh, this should be a party. Party hardy.
Oh, he's the final boss of the tutorial, so he's gonna be tough, right?
The final boss.
Illidan Stormrage.
Well, he's got quite the dynamic color scheme going. This fight is totally not fair. Blame the terrible game designers. Cool.
You are not prepared.
Aw, well that doesn't seem
I
nice.
just played 5 missions.
So there you're starting to see a little bit of the Hearthstone humor. They're very much a break the fourth wall kind of game.
Oof, not a Naga. No.
I don't have any cards that cost 1 mana.
This will be fun.
So Illidan's having fun. He knows what's up.
Feel the hatred of 10,000 years.
Ow, he punched me in my face. Weapons lose durability when you attack. Okay.
The weapon allows to get your attack. Yeah, this is something that's fairly unique to Hearthstone.
Job's done.
That one's not a but I'll be a little question.
Hey man, I like getting punched in the face.
Into the eyes of the betrayer.
It's my thing. Besides, they said this wasn't fair, so what are you gonna do?
Well, I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to talk.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing.
Alright, I'm just gonna kill this snake monster.
Okay.
So, games I played this week.
To taste my blade.
Peggle 2.
Ooh, good choice.
So I got that for free. And that was really funny because my sister came down while I was just messing around. She's like, this game is stupid. And I was like, well, I bet I can, like, completely destroy you. And I have been playing for maybe 30 seconds. But you know, Peggle and I have this weird spiritual connection.
Yeah.
Where I couldn't explain to you why, but I'm just sort of good at it. And so, you know, I beat my sister a bunch of times in a row, and she's like, I hate this game, it's so dumb. And so I went to cook dinner, but she and my husband just kept playing.
She hates it, but she kept playing
Yeah.
with your husband.
Because they hate it so much. They both hate it so much. Yeah.
So,
And then, hey, wait, oh, well, that was a fireball, never mind.
yeah, he cast a fireball and hit your face with it.
Yeah.
Because
I
he's
mean-
an idiot.
I assume that the point of this is to die, since they told me up front that that was going to happen.
Well, I don't
Before
know,
can play
actually.
that.
I
need
never
more
lost.
before I can play that.
You what, huh?
I've never lost one, so I don't know if it's
They'll
possible.
never know what
I mean, I'm sure it's possible, but I don't know if you complete the tutorial if you do. I think you do. I'm not sure.
Let's find out. I could just be really bad. Let's see what... I know what I'll do.
Demon
Alright.
within.
Let's test this hypothesis.
I mean, you just did damage him with that one card, so it's a good sign.
It's pretty bad. I don't know if I'm going to be able to test my hypothesis. But maybe I'll just, like, actually try to do something.
So the interesting thing about that last attack is it demonstrated that when he attacked your minion, the minion did damage to him. So if he attacks you, he doesn't take damage, but if he attacks a minion, he will. That's how weapons.
Tadingo. Such arrogance. Job's done.
So Peggle, and technically this week we beat Overcooked. What else? I played Yakuza. Oh, so I started Yakuza Kiwami,
Yes.
which is a remake of Yakuza, so the first Yakuza game. And it's I mean, it's definitely it's interesting because I just thought Yakuza was, for whatever reason, sort of the Grand Theft Auto-y like a JRPG or more action adventure. It says it's an open world action adventure. I'd question a couple things. It's not really open world, you know. It's really not. And then the other thing is, I don't think it's action adventure. It definitely feels to me very, very JRPG in so many ways.
How are you not dead?
How am I not dead? Because I'm like a friggin' like lucky. I mean, I've been trying to die. I told you I was gonna try and see if you could die. But
Well, you got another chance, I think. You're not gonna clear lethal from the board, so we'll see if he makes mistakes
I
again.
need to wait a turn for my mana to recharge.
oh, fine.
I have too many windows open to keep track of all this. Yep, no, he's softball on you.
Yeah. Like, that last turn was lame. Like, he could have just killed me and he didn't. So, I feel like they lied when they said that you were definitely outmatched in this. I mean, you are, I guess. But,
Well, because hero power is ridiculous. The power. 2 mana for 2 is really strong.
yeah. But, you know, he chose to attack all my minions when he could have just killed me. I didn't have any minions he had to attack. So, whatever. Okay,
So we get our first quest. And
Yay.
quests are one of the things that are very important, especially if you want to play for free, because they give you coins and packs. This one will award you a pack for playing 5 more games in the practice modes.
I chose. Oh, okay. Alright, I get it. Gosh, I guess I'll be the mage.
Yep, you have to beat the class to unlock
Need
it.
to defeat them. Challenge your favorite hero first.
Oh, I see. I see.
So you get a choice of any other 8 classes.
Personally, I choose Uther the Paladin.
Well, no one cares what you think, Scottish Innkeeper.
It's like I said, each of the different classes has a different hero power, so...
Bribing guards. It's important. It's important.
And it looks like you chose Valera.
I don't know. The rogue, whatever the rogue
Yeah.
is.
That's Valera.
Jaina versus Valera.
Watch your back.
Valera definitely
You asked
wearing
for it.
traditional rogue wear.
Throwback
Is
expensive cards.
especially
Draw them later.
okay. Thank you, I learned. So
You're going second,
how do
so you
I
get the coin.
now he told me to do it.
Ready for action.
Right, so you could have thrown back the Oasis Snapshot, or even the 3 mana 2/2 that just goes one with everything else. But you probably want to use the Fireball because your Fireball is card in your deck. So the rogue hero power is that it equips a 1/2 dagger. Interesting thing about it being 2 is that it's the only hero power that can affect multiple turns. So next turn her hero power will roll refresh, but she'll still have a dagger out that she can use to deal another point of damage before she uses it again.
Interesting.
So this turn, you have the coin, which is something you didn't have in the tutorials. If you go second, you get the coin instead of the advantage of going first. And you can use it to increase your mana by 1 for just 1 turn. So you can have 4 mana this turn instead of 3, which can be really helpful.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide if this is something to use early or if it's something I would want to save till later.
You usually want to use it either early or for a specific reason. In this case, you probably want to use it here to... Well, that works too. because it flattens out your curve, basically. You want it because you didn't have anything you wanted to cast for 3. You should have 2 things for 4 that you kind of want to cast. You cast one of them last turn and one of them this turn, and then next turn you have something to cast for 5. So your curve looks okay.
Yeah, I totally listened to all of those words.
Job's done.
That is a thing that happened. Okay,
Pick up some
so
of the items.
yeah, so Yakuza, I would say action adventure is kind of a misnomer in terms of a genre, as it definitely feels more like a JRPG. It reminded me a lot of Persona, which could just be the Tokyo setting, or it could just be that, you know, Persona was the last JRPG that I played. There's approximately 5 million cutscenes.
Naturally.
In fact, I was late getting up here because I had just finished a section and I was like, oh, and it was like, do you want to save? And I said, yeah, sure, I'm gonna save, and then I'll run upstairs. And I was like, or actually, you can watch 32 million cutscenes. And I was like, oh my god. So I just let them play. So I'm gonna have to load the save, see what I missed. Interesting.
So Sap's a powerful spell. 2 mana, it sent your 4 mana card. You want to play again, even though it's going to be healed, it's going to cost you 4 mana. So he gets 2 mana on you, which is a big deal. You're going to get some stealth status.
Handle it.
Nice. This one actually is a tough decision. Both options would be right.
Yeah. I'm just, because I'm so far behind, we'll go this way.
Job's done.
Try to even it up a little bit.
Those were some pretty good plays in there.
One shot, one.
Ow. Ow.
For the king.
That turns out it didn't matter.
Yep. I died. Oh god.
You exploded.
I exploded! No! Ooh, a frostbolt.
Since you didn't win, you didn't unlock anything, unfortunately. You have to actually beat them.
Yeah, I'm trying. So, yeah, so that's. I don't know what else I played this week. I feel like I played other things, but I cannot quite recall what they were.
Jaina versus Valera.
I mean, we played Papers, Please.
Right, obviously.
Randomly. I finished Bastion. I don't know. I played some mobile shit on my phone. That kind of thing. Oops, I keep forgetting I have to turn cards in. Well, whatever.
In this case, playing coin early might make sense.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to cast Arcane Missiles on turn 1.
No. Because there's nobody. I mean, I guess I could take 3 off the main person.
That's exactly what would happen.
Yeah.
And, there's a card that does exactly that. And it's in rogue. It's 1 mana to deal 3 damage to the opposing hero. But it's not particularly useful. It's only 10% of their life.
Yeah, I just don't know if I want to put the beast on the board to have a minion on the board, or if I want to just do a fireball. Whatever this is called. Fire blast.
You do want to have the minion on the board.
Yeah.
Because it gives you a lot more options next turn, because it won't be asleep. The
True.
summoning sickness time will be over.
Taking a nap.
Job's done.
Enjoy your nap, Raptor Man.
It's actually a very strong play.
Okay. That does minions.
That'll do 3 to the face, but it wastes your mana.
Yeah. Alright.
Fire blast it up.
I really don't have many other options than to do Fire Blast other than that. We started Danganronpa, which is about as weird as, you know, as the internet would lead you to believe.
Now, since she prepped up her dagger has 3 attack now. So putting out a 1 attack health minion is better than it normally would because she'll have to exert her resources more than she normally would. She's going to waste 2 damage if she attacks your minion. Plus your minion will get another 3 damage in. So yeah, charging here, nice.
Well, too bad I have only these high ass cards, but I guess I'll figure it out. So I'm trying to think what this reminds me of, and I'm gonna say Risk. I'm gonna say Risk. In terms, yeah, that's the game that I played that this is most like, is Risk.
So there's this strategy aspect, I guess. And, you know, moving things and pointing it towards the thing to attack it. And then sometimes random events happening.
Yeah.
For the king!
Well, that was a terrible play by Valera. It was just so bad.
Yeah. I mean, this time I'm gonna win, but mostly just because she sucks.
I mean, that was a mistake, but I don't know if she still has some good cards. So
yeah, but I feel like the AI is like, well, this person doesn't care about Hearthstone, so we're gonna make Valera suck this time. Like, they could just tell by all the choices I made that I was like, no, I don't give a shit.
what's she gonna do?
I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I mean, it's a tough call. It's a tough call. I'll just play this.
They'll never know what.
Job's done.
I hope you like my invention.
I do. It's super good. Your invention is the best.
All right. So you're starting to see one of the drawbacks to Arcane Explosion, which is a powerful card, but only in the very limited circumstance that they have a fair number of minions that have exactly 1 health. Your Fire Blast costs the same and does the 1 minion. So you need to have at least 2 minions on the board, or to have any value of your hero power, which just doesn't happen often enough to make it worthwhile.
This one's mine.
Job's done. I've got a huge gun.
Have we lost me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Cool.
You have returned. Sorry, I was concentrating really hard on drinking my soda without slurping it.
Yeah, it's tricky sometimes. It's like there's no good time to stream. Stream late at night, you're tired. Stream in the early morning, you're tired. You're trying to drink coffee and no one's on. Stream in the middle of the day, eating and drinking.
Well, and I had a really, really long day yesterday, so my schedule's all out of whack today. So I had to get up really early and drive to the east coast of Florida because my father-in-law was getting some kind of major public service award. And my husband was like, oh, we should surprise him and just show up. And I was like, yay. So we did do that because, you know, I'm a good wife, and I'm just gonna keep playing as Jaina until I've killed all of these people.
Okay.
Gonna unlock Hunter next because I hear it's the easiest to play as.
Hunter has one goal: eliminating your life.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's the goal of the game, so
Yeah.
the Hunter here up top.
You asked for it.
Talk about that in a second. You probably want to toss that entire.
Alright. How do I get rid of them?
Click on it.
I
But
just-
again, on
Oh,
top of
I
it, there-
see. Okay. By all of you.
It's best to find some 2 mediocre cards, and you're replacing it with one ship
Cool.
card.
Cool.
The hero cards. And for all 2 mana, does 2 damage to exactly your face. It cannot be directed like your 1 damage can, which means it's less versatile, but it does twice as much damage.
Okay. So he's gonna stab me in my face, basically.
A lot.
Yeah, like every turn. I'm just gonna I don't know. Do I want a Crocolisk?
This turn, turning out the Crocolisk early doesn't help you that much because look, you have 2 4s. You want to play a 4-on-3 and a 4-on-4.
Yeah, he's
So
just
keep your
gonna
coin for turn 3.
He's just gonna stab me, so I'm just gonna take a nap.
Yep. It takes him 15 turns to kill you like that.
Okay.
Now Crocolisk gonna.
Yeah. Crocolisk. Yeah, so I drove to the east coast of Florida. And luckily, where he lives on the east coast is only about 20 minutes south on 95 from where we spit out on the east coast. So it's not too bad. It's about a 2.5 hour drive. Got up early, drove 2.5 hours, sat through the induction ceremony to this public service ward. Okay.
Coin?
Yeah. I'm gonna do that. I guess I just throw it on the thing so I
Yep.
can use this guy.
Bingo.
Okay, and then, what was I? Oh, yeah. So then we, of course, afterwards hung out with them, fixed their garage door, went out to dinner, and then drove back. And then, of course, because we have to drive literally past the Disney exit,
Oh no.
we got there at just when the park, everyone was leaving the park. We had to sit in this horrendous traffic jam. And I was just like, it was so bad, we actually considered getting out and going to Disney for 4 hours. Just to, stop, just so it would go.
That's the time you want to go, right?
Yeah, well, I like at night,
Unless it's a zombie outbreak.
because a lot of it's cooler. Not that it matters right now, because okay, hold on, let me actually play my stupid turn. I guess I'm just I'm gonna put this other guy out.
Good choice.
It was either that or the fireball, but I really felt like that was the one.
So one of the things that is a general good rule of thumb is you should play your slow cards before you play your fast cards. Your fireball is instantaneous damage, 6 damage to anything. Your shield master sits there for a turn before it does anything, so he's slow.
So Disney was really frustrating, although Disney's actually having a deal on Florida resident tickets right now, so you have to buy them now and use them in June. So my guess is June is a really slow month for Disney. So okay.
They just want 6 months of your money. They're not talking about your money.
Or they just want to have your money for 6 months. And I was just like, I'm not doing that because the regular Florida resident pass it saves $30, which it's not nothing, but with the way the Florida resident pass works, it's not a huge savings.
You're using that phone to be a bot.
So you have a couple of choices here. Your best bet, in my opinion, is to Arcane Intellect, and then Fire Blast, actually that you need beyond one of your Essential Shield Masters to kill his taunt creature. But you can also use your Fireball, which will overkill the taunt creature by 2, but keep your shield masters at higher health and deal 6 damage via the combat there right away.
Well, I might do that, but oops. Oh, whatever. Okay. I'm just gonna act crazy. That's gonna be my playstyle. Is stupid decisions.
But you're not level pro. When you start playing multiplayer games, timer, and each turn lasts for 1 minute 15 seconds, and the last 10 or 15 seconds of your turn, if you haven't made enough decisions yet, you haven't hit end turn yet, a rope starts to burn down across the middle of the playing field there, and it starts to put this pressure on you, like, oh my god, it's going to blow up. So you get really panicky and make all kinds of crazy moves.
Okay. Just gonna start. So that was my day, and we ate one meal the whole day, because we had no idea what was going to be going on. So we didn't have breakfast or lunch, or so it was just really tiring. But he was really happy that we were there and that we surprised them. So I guess it was cool.
It's very cool, but definitely doesn't sound particularly fun. But that's what you do for family.
Yeah, I mean, I don't remember the last time I was like, oh, family, it's the funnest.
Yeah. Not so much.
Alright, I'm gonna,
Were you about to BM him? So this is a Hearthstone term. BM would mean something different. And it's when you refrain from killing somebody that you could kill in order to show off.
well, I mean, it just seems unfair. Like, you don't want to destroy people's morale, even when they're AIs. Because, you never know when you're talking to the singularity. Oh, well, that was a huge mistake.
No, you're still lethal.
Alright, well, let's just...
Minion with taunt is in the way.
Oh, right, sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry. It's cool, it's cool.
What do you do? Now you can play Hunter.
Oh, yay! Okay. I've been sitting on my legs, so now it's waking up, and I'm really distracted. Because it's in that phase where if you move it even the slightest bit, you want to just die. Alright, just gonna play these all in order. How? So, yeah, so that's what I did yesterday. I played Yakuza today. And I read a book also, because, occasionally I like to be cultured.
You asked for it.
So the warrior hero power is kind of the opposite of the hunter hero power. Instead of doing 2 damage to your face, he heals essentially 2 damage to his face.
Ah, that's why his little thingy is a shield. It should be a heart.
But it's not healing. What it is armor. So his health
goes up because of his armor. Okay.
Armor has no absolute value, but you can never heal with 30, which is a limitation of one of the classes we'll come to later on.
Yay! I got a squid! Or whatever the shit this thing is.
Warlock.
Yeah, it's totally one of those. Okay, chameleon. Go protect me. Yeah, so
Okay, so this one's a tough choice now.
yeah, because this is why I kept this card specifically for this turn, so I can use the coin and play
Well, you still
it.
may want to use the coin, but you may want to do something else first. This is one of those turns where having that arcane explosion would be really, really helpful, but we don't have it, so...
The arcane what?
The arcane missiles is pretty good. The arcane explosion, that's the
Oh.
one that does 2 damage to all the units. If you cast arcane missiles, there's a chance that it's basically the same as the arcane explosion. And if you miss, you have your fire blast for 1 extra point of damage, and you can use the coin for that. Or, if you're successful, you can use the coin and cast out the left after. You get 3-2 on the board as well. So you still use all of your mana efficiently.
Yeah, I don't know if I wanna.
You're playing around Brawl. I gotcha. Don't worry. Brawl costs 5 mana. He's not going to cast it for a while.
Okay. Alright.
I don't have
Oops.
enough mana.
I want you. Afterman. Okay.
Job's done.
Woo! Yay! Alright, try to get through that guy's armor. Thanks. Oh no, a raptor got you! And also this guy riding a wolf.
Don't mess.
So, I've had a interesting day.
Okay.
Had some car issues of late. That's not good. Issues were a strange sound that I diagnosed possibly being the brakes or possibly being the transmission. Obviously, one of those things is much better than the other. Took it to the shop, and after a period of time with 2 different shops, we have confirmed that it is in fact the transmission.
Well, that's bad, because that's a $3,000 fix if you fix it.
Job's done.
At least, basically,
Yeah.
it's $1,000 to find out how much of a how much damage is done and how much it's going to cost to fix it. And the answer is it's going to cost probably an additional $2,000 to $4,000 over $10,000.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking $3,000 to $5,000 range for a car is like $2,000.
Your car is worth what? 2,000? Is that what you said?
Not even $2,000. It's worth about $1,500 probably.
Okay. So what? You want to just trade it in and get something new? What do you think?
Yeah.
They'll
A lot.
never know what
Steal a car that they like. Sell it.
Job's done.
What kind of car would you get if you got a new car?
New or new used? Because I'm going
Well-
to be getting a new used.
Oh, you're getting a new used?
Yeah, I cannot get a new car.
Too much
Yeah.
monies? Too much money?
Too much monies.
Mm-hmm. Well, new used, I mean, basically, new used, Toyota is your safe bet.
Yeah.
Literally anything they make. Pretty much.
This is gonna be full 3 different ways here.
I did not catch that.
You have to be full 3 different ways. 3 different things you do will cause him to
I
die.
know, but I feel like, you know how when a cat is chasing a lizard around the house, it could kill the lizard, but
Oh, you want to play with food? Yeah, you're BMing. Hey, remember what Valyria did to you that
Yeah.
first time?
yeah, see? Like, I kind of want to just turn one of his minions into a sheep just to be like, well, that happened.
You have a sheep.
You're a sheep now. And I
Well, you
think
can do that.
this one is the one I want to turn into a
Yeah.
sheep.
Absolutely.
So, Okay. What do I do? Do I just do? I'll just use my hero power. Nah, I'll get another card.
I hope you like my invention.
Okay. And then, because the sheep is sleeping, I'll attack other things.
This one's mine.
Okay, there we go. Mostly I just want to
Just me and Mr.
get more familiar with what all the cards are in my hand, which is why I'm not killing
That's actually
anyone.
a very fair.
So, thinking about the different ways to use them.
They'll never know what.
No, how do I? Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. I somehow picked it up and like literally could not put it down. Yeah.
So yeah, Toyota is on the list of things that I may want to get. Just because there's more stock available. And they're all-
Well, the last time we bought a car was in June of 2008. And what we bought was a Toyota Matrix X as in xylophone, RS as in Sam. And the reason that we bought that is we had purchased a used car from CarMax that week. And within their 3-day return it, no questions asked window, it started... I'm just gonna finish this off. It started having making this weird noise, and I googled it, and it was one of these things where it's like, this is an issue with this model of car. It's known, there's no fix, you know, it doesn't hurt the car, but you just have to live with this noise. And I was like, I'm not living with this noise. There is no living with this noise. I am not.
It's just not worth it.
It's not worth it. So I just took it back. I was like, take this. I don't want this car that makes this stupid noise. So, so we turned it in and had no car because we each sold our cars. And well, he traded his in for this car and I had sold mine. Because I had a Toyota Prius and in the DC area at the time in 2008, those were worth way more in the DC area than they were worth anywhere else in the country, pretty much.
Because the HOV lanes.
Because of the HOV lanes. And it's not really so much of an issue now. But then I sold the car for $1,800 less than I bought it for 2 years after I bought it. So basically, like, you know, drove it for less than $100 a month for 2 years and then turn it in.
That's a great deal.
Yeah. So we had 0 cars, and I was like, well, we can't have 0 cars.
That's a problem.
That's a problem. So I was like, okay, well, we also, if we're only going to have 1 car, we can't be like dicking around with cars that don't work. So we were like, let's buy a new car. Because we had previously been buying gently used cars, former leases and things like that. So we went to Toyota and we're like, I just want a new car, and I'm thinking of the RAV4. And we looked at the RAV4 and I was like, I like it. It's not that I don't like it, but I don't love it, and it's, you know, for $35,000, I kind of want to be really on board with it. So the guy was like, well, why don't you take a look at this instead? And it was Toyota Matrix XRS. Matrix is like a Corolla, only it's a hatchback. And we drove it, loved it, bought it, and in the 10 years we've owned it, and put over 100,000 miles on it. It's been in the shop once for repair for broken O2 sensor that needed replacing, that made the car think the gas cap was off all the time, which is one of those things where we could have let it go, but it was so annoying because when the car thinks the gas cap is off, it like loses its friggin' mind. So, like it acts like the car is about to explode. What do I?
Face it.
Hmm?
Face is the place.
What does this thing do? I haven't been paying
So,
attention.
yeah, he hasn't used his hero power yet. So it summons a random totem. There are 4 totems that he can pull from. All of them are 0-2 except for one, which is 1-1. That's all it is. It's a 1-1. It doesn't have charge. It's just a 1-1 creature. The others are 0-2 creatures that have ability. One is taunt, so it's 0-2 it's taunt.
Mm-hmm.
One has a ability that heals 1 damage to all minions, and one is adds 1 to damage caused by spells, called Spell Power +1.
Oh, he just used it.
So he got the 0-2 taunt. So.
So overall, I mean, we bought the extended warranty on the Toyota because my husband was in the military, active duty at the time, and Toyota had a deal where if you bought the extended warranty and didn't use it, they would refund you the money when the extended warranty expired if you were in the military.
Nice. Sweet deal.
And we were like, okay, fine. So we bought it and we never used it once. So, you know, I mean...
And they refunded the money.
Yeah.
That's a really cheap insurance
We
policy.
had to ask. Like, it's not like they automatically were like, oh, it's expired, so have some cash. That's not how it happened.
No,
But
that's fine. No.
but
I hope you like my invention.
you have 5 health. Sorry, Crocolisk, but you weren't that cool anyways.
Yep.
So
Crocolisk did his job. Crocolisk did a lot of damage. Those Crocolisks do. Crocolisks do not belong in battle.
It is in the way.
What you want?
There we go. So it's very tight suspension, right? Oh, yeah, so replacing tires is expensive. Wow. Yeah, no, are not particularly that bad. I've had enough splitting off-brand tires. It's just, it's almost the average size, so you can't tell by looking at it. But when you go to replace it, it's like, we don't carry that in stock normally. Sorry, dude.
Oh, if you're sure.
You had an awesome invention, and it put a card in my hand, and now you're useless.
Hit it very hard. Taste my steel. Job's done.
That's rough.
Taste my steel.
Yeah, Crow's gonna have to buy some kind of new car most likely, because it's actually more cost effective to buy a newer car than it is to try and repair this one. That's a sad day. Oh wow, that's just some poor mechanic.
Jaina versus Malfurion.
I must protect the wild.
You asked for it.
It doesn't actually work. Gosh. I did not rate this vehicle for this. So now you're playing against the Druid. The Druid's hero power is +1, so it's like the Warrior, and +1 attack, so it's like the Rogue, but he only gets it for the one turn, so he gets a little bit of everything. Poor Lolo. Just threw him out there. I cast the for drop. That works. 6 damage.
Taste my steel. Job's done.
Yeah. We got a card in his hand. That's better.
Job's done.
Well, to be fair, the one that I'm looking at right now is actually even older than my current car and has a lot more mileage on it, but it doesn't have a transmission problem. So, well, yes, that's pretty fair because you don't want to have a car that has a transmission problem.
I hope you like
Shocking.
my action.
There you go.
Job's done.
Yes. If you can't kill it, it's often a good idea to ignore it. Unless it's a problem. And then you do your best to kill it. It's fine. It has a slight advantage on the board, but you still have a lot of power going on.
They'll never know what.
Job's done.
Yeah, not at all. I spent a lot of time thinking about it, though.
It's like knowing that this might be a transmission problem is like, okay, what does that mean? What are the odds? How is it going to play out? Is there anything I can do to make this better for myself? Still awful.
This one's mine. I can't do that.
That's okay, you can return the favor.
That's okay. Well, don't forget to attack at least. I'm still gonna win.
There you go, you completed your first quest by completing 5 games, winning 5 games. Unlock 5. And that opens up your first pack. Or it doesn't open up, but it gives you the pack.
Back. Bottom right. Bottom up. Just like shoes. Right. Right. Down. Less a little bit. Down still. Back is the shoes. Back. Back.
I totally I blame this headset. Drag it. This is when I realized Hearthstone was going to be big. The tactile feel of opening the card pack is just really kind of impressive.
No. Yep. Right. Your welcome pack is basically your catch-up pack, meaning that it's not going to catch you up, really. It's going to give you one random class legendary, which is usually pretty powerful. It's going to tell you which class you probably want to be playing as. And 10 packs, which 10 packs would normally be about $10. It's pretty easy to call it $1 per pack in most cases. And they're going to give you all that for $5, so it's pretty good value, honestly. But most of the time, you're going to buy a pack, and it's actually $3 a pack, but you can buy it in bulk and save money. So 60 packs is $69.99, but you can
which is what I do.
Same price.
So, no, it's not Hearthstone porn. It's the adventure modes. So the adventures are ways of getting cards and having fun in single player. They've done away with the adventures, but they have a storyline that you go through playing against AI, kind of like you've been doing here, but against more complicated AI. And as you beat them, you get to unlock new cards, which usually are pretty powerful. It costs $20 in cash. And they really, really want you to buy it with cash because you can get coins. When you buy it with coins, it's $25 instead of $20.
No, you're getting exactly the same cards all
Every single time, everyone gets those cards as long as you can get through the content, which is not a given. You have to actually be able to beat the levels. Yeah. So it just changes your appearance and your dialogue, basically. Skins, in fact. Yeah. I'm not going to.
I play free-to-play games the hard way. I play them for free. Yeah, we might do it later. It's something about next week we need to start off next week. But right now, we're gonna finish off your a couple of these quests. Yeah, finish off everybody. Get Jan's level 10 so you unlock the other pack. You're gonna get enough free packs to start things off.
Jaina versus Anduin.
The light shall bring victory.
You asked for it.
So the priest's hero power. It's kind of like the hunters in those too.
But it's restoring health instead of taking it away. He can do it to himself or to the minions. He can even do it to your minions or you. There's sometimes value. Just like sometimes you as a mage would actually want to do a point of damage to your own minions. It's pretty rare, but sometimes you want to do it. So you have to be careful about that Northside Cleric there. That was a bad play on his part. That doesn't matter. The Northside Cleric's ability, that lightning bolt at the bottom of it, I mean, is something pretty important.
Yeah, you want to kill an ASAP. So now you have a couple ways to do that. You want to efficiently.
So the war leader seems like a good choice.
Handle it!
Well, he's helping out this turn, if nothing else, so that's good. You know, sometimes he doesn't help out at all, right? And then it's 3 mana for 2/2. That's not so great. So we're starting to see some relative values. You have 2 mana for a 2/3 or 2 mana for a 3/2, and you can see that spending that is somewhat efficient. Spending 3 mana to get 2/2 stats is not so good. One of the things about doing arcane missiles is it's often better to do it first, so you can see how it lands, because anything random, then you can compensate for it with your other actions. Bye, Croc.
Hit it very hard. Job's done. Someone call for the doctor.
So one of the nifty things about Priest is that
He can't do much if he doesn't have minions on board. He can't heal minions if they're dead.
if he can set the board clear, he's going to have a hard time.
Taste my steel. Job's done.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
One shot.
If he can reach. And that raptor may not be able to reach.
Tasdigo. Yes.
Choice time.
Taste my steel.
Seems it was the right choice. A lot of cards. We're looking at a lot of cards. Or to kill them anyway.
Hit it very hard. Job's done.
That might kill him.
Oh, you're crushing the priest, though.
Hit it very hard. Job's done.
Right, you've built up a sufficient lead in board position. You have 12, 16, 18 mana worth of creatures on the board that are only slightly damaged. He has nothing. You have more cards than he does. You have more life than he does. There's no way in which. Smashed it! Gotta collect them all. So the Paladin is a little bit like the Shaman in that his hero power puts something on the board, but it's always a 1/1. There's no randomness to it.
I will fight with honor.
You asked for it.
So one of the things we haven't tried doing yet is that the boards are interactive, and we're currently on Orgrimmar, which is my favorite of the interactive boards from the basic set. If you pick up one of the rocks, that rock pile, you bring it over to the catapult,
And then release it. And then you can click on the catapult a couple times and wind it back down and do that as many times as you want. Yep. It's more important when you're playing against a human being because they have a minute and 15 seconds. The AI moves fast. It knows what's going on. Humans are helpless. Because you're not done yet. Exactly.
so if you've done everything you possibly can, it'll turn green. But if there's still stuff you might be able to do, it stays yellow. You don't always want to do everything you can, so sometimes you will hit. That looks better. Sauce.
Job's done. Reporting for duty.
Well, you can make up for it this turn.
Job's done.
No, yeah, you don't. That fireballing his minions is probably not the right play until he gets something really big out.
Maybe I should put some clothes on.
Handle it. Job's done.
They'll never know what hit 'em.
Yeah, I think you're gonna lose this one. Hmm.
They'll never know what hit 'em.
Job's done.
Pass me that arc light spanner.
Reporting for duty. Ready.
To poke you in the boobs with a hammer. No, it's because he had a taunt creature. Not so weird anymore.
Draw for a miracle. There's nothing in your deck that'll help you. You're dead. probably want to kill me if I can't play this game.
This one's mine.
Death with dignity. Well, at least he didn't BM you.
Jaina versus Uther. I will fight with honor.
You asked for it.
Now we're talking. Yeah, the AI is no joke. It's very easy to lose to some of these, especially when you're starting out and you don't have all the cards or you're just learning the rules of the game. These are, on normal, they're challenging.
Handle it.
We're fine. We're fine. It's all good.
I hope you like my invention.
Couple turns at least, yeah. Good news is that was a lot of damage that he spent on a one health creature. No, you're gonna use either 4 mana or 2 mana this turn. Okay.
Reporting for duty.
Yeah. It's very awkward. Unfortunately, a lot of means ones, especially because it's so useful. But, you know, I think it's not another raid versus the basket machine because it has an ability.
And don't forget about your hero power. That's very true. Exactly. And anything that's a force multiplier, like the raid leader, becomes such a real issue because it's got so many. It is limited, you know, the minions take up more and more space. You can't have more than 7 minions. So, that is the thing.
I hope you like my invention.
Nicely shot. Brandon, your pick.
Pass me that arc light scanner.
Look down.
Now you have 2 minutes. I have 1 minute. Or your leader.
Handle it. Handle it.
So do you want to clear his 2/4, or do you want to hit him in the face for 5? Okay.
Job's done.
So much range goes from that 2-1 into your 5-5. Good. Ah, what an extra damage there. Nice.
Reporting for duty.
Now he's got card advantage. No, you remember? No, don't do that. You can just kill. Well, okay, fine. Yes. Why? He'll play something else that'll also be big, and then he can sheep that.
Hit it very hard.
No. Yeah. I'm a terrible teacher. It's all my fault.
Reporting for duty.
Pass me that arc light spanner.
Okay, I mean, you're currently losing. Okay, no, since you're
About to do 4 points of damage to him, so that helps. Turn him into a sheep. Why can't you turn him into a sheep? Really? I mean, you're the all-powerful mage, right? Have you used both of your fireballs or only one? I can't remember. Ugh. Now that's 5 turns, so.
Reporting for duty. Job's done.
Okay, good.
I don't have enough mana. I don't have enough mana.
They'll never know what hit them.
That's right, you still have night blades, right?
They'll never know what hit them.
Yep, you're okay. You won. As long as you don't turn your own ogre into a sheep. You can do it. Yes. It is totally a sheep.
So the Warlock Hero power is the strangest of all of them. It doesn't really have anything to do with anything else. It's 2 mana to draw a card. Because that's so powerful, they also cost 2 life. So the Warlock will spend his own life to get more power. So automatically,
You asked for it.
He is a blood mage. So the good news for you is that since you are able to do damage directly to his face with your spells like Fireball, his gaining cards with hero power is oftentimes detrimental because you can kill him so much faster. The Warlock's natural enemy is the Hunter. Yep. And the Warlock's play style is self-face punch, so...
look at this. Turn 2 and already he's at 25.
Okay.
Someone call the doctor. Handle it! Taste my steel! Job's done.
Okay.
Ready to ride.
You're still evil.
They'll never know what hit
Taste my steel! Job's done.
now.
Yeah, he's totally dead.
Give that minion a turn to get ready.
Job's done.
It's okay. You still have a fire on your hand. What's more demoralized? I've never been touched by an ogre, so I don't know. I've never been hit by a fireball either. Just little sparks, from the fireplace. Yeah, that sounds extremely unpleasant. Oh! Super painful. Yeah. This fight is over. Yes, generous. Points like a penny. That's there you go. Yep.
Well done! You've unlocked all 9 heroes.
That's one way you can do it. Yes, you'll get them by playing regardless now, and if it's in practice and anywhere you gain experience, and you gain experience by playing anywhere. So you can check out all the different things. You don't even have access to the old adventures. I thought for sure you would, but apparently you don't.
Oh, what is this I am smelling? Leather, steel, torches.
Dearest
Karazhan, right?
Tonight you are invited to the greatest party on Azeroth.
Now you can't
Join me
by
in
playing for
Karazhan
free.
for music, magic, and just a bit of mayhem.
Yes, it's the same exact thing. But you can't. You only get to play a little bit for free. After that,
Yep, this is actually where I figured we would stop the first day, unlocking all the character classes and getting through the tutorial. So now you have an idea of what the game is, some of the basic rules, the character classes involved, and when we come back next week, we can start exploring some of the stuff. We'll go through a Kobolds and Catacombs dungeon, I think, was on the list. Let me pull up the email chain, actually, because that'll tell me exactly what I thought it out, and I put a lot more thought into it there than I can do now when my brain is activated elsewhere. Let's see here. Deck creation and crafting. So we'll go through the cards you unlocked, probably unlock a few more cards and start tailoring your deck.
and an arena mode on top of that thing in the episode too. So we'll go to arena at some point, probably when the quest line tells us to. We haven't really explored the quest much, so we'll explore the quest lines and deck building, and then either arena or the simpler campaigns for the extensions, depending on how the quest lines take us.
Yay! Progress. We'll try next week and see if we can actually turn it from hating it less than you expected to perhaps surprise enjoyment.
The safety wheels are coming off. The training wheels are coming off.
I wonder if Terry Pratchett has anything for that. Robots. Yep.
Terrible. That's what frogs. Slime Rancher.
9 p.m. See you guys then.